Hey guys, it's Omar with Side Hustle Exploration. I've been gone for a minute and this video is long overdue. Today I'm going to be going over how to sell on Fiverr as a beginner, like 100% beginner from start to finish. I'm gonna go over finding a product or finding a service that you would like to provide, determining if it's a good service to provide, looking through existing sellers that are providing similar service and what to look for within those to determine what ways to kind of set yourself up to be competitive within the market. Not so much competitive, I guess, because this is not a battle or a fight that you need to be winning, but it is a situation where you're going to have to stand out. So we're going to be looking at ways for you to stand out within your gig description, setting up your gig, figuring out pricing, all that jazz, and how to get your first review and things like that. Literally, this video may take kind of long, so if you are ready to get into this, let's get into it. Before we get into this video, I just want to let you guys know who I am. Again, if I hadn't said it before, hey guys, it's Omara. I'm with Side Hustle Exploration. I help you diversify your pockets, diversify your income, and provide you with side hustle ideas to consider for your future, for your, pocket change, for your gas money, whatever it is that you want to do with it. Without further ado.
All right, so first things first, we're going to need to look at what type of service to provide on Fiverr. So how do we find the service to provide on Fiverr? So I'm going to ask that you look into your life, look at your hobbies, look at the things that you enjoy doing, look at the things that people say you do well, and kind of gather all that information, write it down, and look at the one that you gravitate more towards so that naturally it feels good to do. And we're going to take that and use that as a potential idea. Let's say you come up with 3 ideas. So in your list of ideas, we have 3 ideas. The 3 are you enjoy singing, you are a songwriter as a result, or as a lyricist in a sense, or a spoken word person. And lastly, you're quick on your feet and do well with writing jingles. These are just random. I'm just saying random stuff, and we'll see how to shake it out when it comes to looking to see if it's a viable idea on Fiverr. Now is the time we're gonna go in and use the example number 1, the first example that we came up with, or / I suggested, because you didn't come up with it. Maybe you're a singer, maybe you're not. But for this example, you're a singer or I'm a singer. We are a singer in this example. So I'm gonna go ahead and type in singer in the search and see what comes up. So I'm gonna do a little bit of zooming in here, and you can see that you can do some filters. And what we're going to do is we're going to filter the seller level to new seller, or whatever the equivalent is, because that is what you're going to be when you come on here. So we're going to go ahead and filter on new seller. So I'm going to go into the seller details. I'm going to select that. I'm going to move my face real quick so that you can see what's going on. And we're going to go to new seller. And you can see how many new sellers with the title singer or has singer in their subject line. And what we're going to also further do, I'm going to say, because I'm in the United States, I'm going to filter for the region. So I'm going to select United States. And when you select United States, you see how much your number decreased from the 3,000 something somethings to now a reasonable 700 somethings, almost 800. So now it's looking a little bit, less crazy, less extense, more possibility for you to be present or showing up in this space. So I'm going to apply that filter. So if you're not from the United States and you want to select a region that's pertaining to you, you can do so. If you want to just be like for everyone, you can also be for everyone. It's just going to make it harder to branch out and be seen. So the more niche you get, the better it'll be for you to stand out. You can start off more niche and then widen your net as you gain popularity, as you gain customers, as you gain reviews. What you choose to sell for a service, or what service you decide on, because whatever your choice is going to determine how your growth is, also as your quality and your customer service impacts your possibilities greatly. So with that said, I'm just going to move on because I just went on a tangent that could be utilized for something later in this video. Sorry, guys. So I'm going to press apply. All right. So now we're here at the apply. Now let me see what else we can filter. I'm going to go to category. I'm going to zoom in here because it's very hard to see for myself. So it might be hard for you to see too. So I see that you can specialize in songwriter, but that's not what we're going to do right now, because songwriter was our option number 2 for an example. We're going on option 1, which is singer. So we're going to go and select singers and vocalist. So that brings us now down to 300 and somethings. So as you can see, like as we're looking at this first page, you see the top couple with, or basically this whole page has people with stars. But what we're going to do is we're going to get the ones with more reviews. So I'm going to zoom in because I literally can't see anything on this page. A girl wears glasses and obviously I don't have them on right now. So I'm zooming in. All right. This first guy right here has 261 reviews. The reviews you see aren't actually how much this person has received for services. Like just because it says they have 261 reviews, it does not mean that they've only had 261 clients. Not everyone leave a review. So this person has definitely been doing well on Fiverr. But then again, we also need to look at how many years they've been in how many years this account has been active. So this individual is Fiverr's choice. So they're getting very encouraged to have people sent to them. They're getting high traffic because they've been Fiverr's choice. 46 reviews, 59 reviews, 9 reviews, 40 reviews. The range is wide for the services in singing. And because of our filters, we are able to bring it down some. And just looking at this, singing would be a good option for starting off on Fiverr. There's a good chunk of people, singers and vocalists on here that are doing quite well. All right, so now we've found that singers and songwriters have a place on Fiverr. So now I'm going to cancel out the singer-songwriter. And we're going to go back to category at the left corner right here. And we're going to select songwriters because that was our option number 2, songwriter. So in the songwriters, we see that our search has gone it still goes down to 367 services are available. And I'm gonna go back and make sure that the other filters that we had put in didn't erase. So when looking, seller details were erased. So we're gonna go back and select new seller, and that brings us down to 201. And we're gonna bring us down and select United States, and that brings us to 62. Sorry, my face is cut off. It's just a girl's trying to read. So again, we're gonna go to the corner here, and it looks like after all of our filters were in place, we are down to 43 services. So this is very, very good. In this 43 services, I'm looking through and I'm seeing a few. It's not as full of people with reviews on the songwriter side of things, but I'm looking through and you're seeing as well how this is panning out. We see some people with 3, some people with 41, 1 review, 53 reviews. Yes. And a lot of people with no reviews. But the fact that there are at least 10 reviews in here is a good thing. So this is also a possibility here. I want to say jingles, but I don't know how that's going to be received in here. And I think I'm probably spelling this wrong. Are there 2 G's in jingles? Nope. It's 1 G. Jingle. Let's say we're gonna do a radio jingle, for example, because a girl is trying to figure it out. And we're gonna go back again and filter by new seller. And we're going to also select United States. And we're going to go to category, jingle and intros. This is extremely niche when you go down to the state level. And as you can see, all the people who are up here have reviews. So this right here, I would say, is looking really, really good. Really good. Because this jingle situation is not only great for radio, it's also great for podcasts. It's great for commercials of all kinds. It's great for creating a jingle for an intro for someone's YouTube. It is extremely transferable. So, we will see with that. I think this one is a really good one. If you're in the United States and people are looking for jingles only from people in the United States, they don't have too many people to look through. And yes, they might see you as like, oh, this person doesn't have any reviews, but they will also see it as like, okay, maybe they're willing to work with me in a way that these other people are not willing to work with me. Or maybe you provide a different type of service on the services that are already there. Maybe you're providing, you're niching down. You're like, I will provide a hip hop style jingle or intro, or you're adding something, extra special to your jingle to stand, or your gig to stand out. But that's for a later discussion, because we're gonna get to that later. So we have these three ideas. Now we found 3 viable ideas, and we're going to just say, of the 3, let's go with the jingle writing. That's the best way to really say it. Your audience will find you quicker as a songwriter, jingle writer, versus a songwriter and versus a singer. I'm going to take the jingle as our poster child for the remainder of this video tutorial. All right, guys. I decided to get comfortable. I wanted to leave a disclaimer about going with the jingle option. So with the jingle, yes, you have less people doing it, But it also means that you may have less people looking for that service. So keep that in mind when you create a gig like this. I just wanted to just share that with you, just so that no one is getting the wrong idea when it comes to starting something off and seeing low involvement as far as a number of people in that industry providing that service versus seeing high traffic of people looking for this service. You might not get that high traffic, but in looking at the reviews, there are a decent amount of people looking for that particular service. So it does not make me weary if the situation was the people who were putting up the services or putting up their gig had only like single digit reviews. I would be like, this might not be the best option. But given that that's not the case, everyone, all 4 accounts or all 3 accounts that were up there had 2-digit reviews, it is giving me a little sign of this is a possibility. This is where you can start off and not feel like you're risking too much or not feel pressured. It'll be more of like an ease into this situation type of thing. So with that said, that is why I decided on going with that jingle option. All right, now let's get back into this video. All right, guys, so I'm going to go back and do the jingle again because before we did jingle for podcast jingle. So this time around, I typed in jingle and then I filtered by jingles and intros, new seller and seller that is in the United States. And so that widened our range to 79 services available, which I'm still okay with. And it still gives you a good idea that this is a viable option. Let's go with the one that's the Fiverr choice, actually. We're going to go with the Fiverr choice one. This first one up front here, the She Swag. I will jingle for radio commercial. We're going to select that one. We're just going to take a look at her profile or at this profile. So they currently have one order that they're working on. And this first video is probably a sample. So they have the basic package is $60. Their standard is $150 and their premium is $220. So I just changed the view. So I'm going to select see all reviews. And we're going to start with that one review that's a 3-star and see what they have to say. Don't feel like she put her heart into this one. Won't use this track. Will use my own scratch track, which I like better. Instead, it's cool though. Would still like to try a couple more tracks, hopefully come up with some stuff more like the first track she sang for me a couple days ago. So this person who left a 3-star 3 months ago, even though she left the 3-star, she's still willing to work with this seller, which means that the fact that the quality she was looking for, she didn't receive, but had experience with her in the past that had quality that she enjoyed, just shows that maybe it was just an off delivery and perhaps the communication wasn't clear on, can you do this instead, because I need it like to sound like this. So probably there's further things that need to be discussed in there, but I don't see anything glaringly wrong. I'm gonna go to the 4-star and see what they have to say. Well, we're not gonna see what they have to say. We're gonna see when the months were. So 2 months ago, 3 months ago, 3 months ago, 3 months ago. So we're gonna go to the 17 5-star reviews and look at when deliveries were made. 1 month ago, or when these reviews were left. 1 month ago, 1 month ago, 1 month ago. 2 weeks ago, 1 month ago, 1 month ago, 2 weeks ago. Yeah. So it looks like she doesn't, it looks like she doesn't go a month without having a gig here on here. So if you're starting off, that's pretty good. Having one sale is pretty good. Once you break that one sale, it's like, yes, I can see the possibilities, and that's when that momentum starts. So I don't see this as a bad situation right now. All right, so here we are on Swag, or She Swag, and we're gonna first start off with talking about the description slash the title. So the title is very important. It's what lead your customer to you. So the more clear your title is, the better it is going to be for those who are looking for you to find you. Will jingle for radio commercials. What you could consider doing is saying, I will create jingles for your radio commercials. That's a possibility. Whatever works best for you, that gets the point across, is what you should be doing. You can see right here, this is a good thing to do. Video of you doing what you say you do. So the video would be, in this case, she is creating a view of what she is doing. She gives you a sample visually of what she does. I'm gonna go ahead and press play. I watched this already. It's very entertaining. She's very good at what she does. So I would say take notes.
It feels so good to be cared for. Back up now, just a little more. The feeling someone's always there, just to show how much they care. Feeling you're not alone. Now she's a part of your home, with so much to protect each day. Caring goes a long, long way. Nationwide is on your side.
That's right. So most of y'all, when the when the beat dropped, knew where this was going. But yeah, this is what she was doing. This is her first video. When you drop into her page, and then if we press this arrow going in that direction, you see other samples that she has. So these are client samples she's done for clients. I'm gonna go ahead and just randomly select this one.
Clemento's Pizzeria, family friendly, awesome for a date night. Clemento's.
Do one more so you can see her range.
We wash properties, MG Streams power washing. We wash properties, satisfaction guaranteed. We wash properties, MG Streams power washing. We wash properties, satisfaction guaranteed.
That one is a little fun, or not little, it's kind of fun. It's just like, yes, we wash properties. It's pretty catchy. All right, so now that you've heard a couple of her samples, we're gonna go down and look at the gig description. So for the gig description, she writes, after choosing the basic, standard, or premium package, this gig will turn your tagline or catchy phrases into a melody that sticks. So right there, she tells you what you will get for the service you select. So I'm going to guarantee that you have something, when you take it, it's going to be catchy and it's going to stick with the people who hear it. So anyone who's in the radio or in a commercial industry is going to be like, I want my services to stick with that potential client. So that's what she's saying she's doing here in this description, or she's going to be able to do in this description. And then she continues on and says, please make sure to choose the jingle you need with the allotted time. Jingles that exceed original gig description will be moved to the next package size. So there she is clearly mentioning that you will select a package that suits you. Once it goes beyond a certain level of that package that was initially selected, it will be bumped up because now it no longer falls into that category. So she is clearly mentioning her standards, her requirements for working with her here. So, which is very good. There is no questions. It's clear for the person who's looking for her service that, okay, I need to stay within these lines. Otherwise, I'm going to get bumped up to the next level. Do I want to get bumped up to the next level? No, I'm going to stay within these lines. Do I want to get bumped up into the next level? Maybe, because I'm thinking I need a little added information or a little added time for getting my message out. So it all depends on what the client is looking for. Now that we've looked at this particular gig as an example, we're going to dive into how to price your gig accordingly. Let's get to it. When we're looking through She Swag's gig, we're going to look primarily at each package. We're seeing basic package is $60, standard package is $150, premium package is $220. For the basic package, she has a 4-day delivery and only allows one revision. She does up to 30 seconds of time, vocals recorded, and allows the client to use it for commercial use. For the standard package, she has a 6-day delivery and allows for up to only one revision. Again, similar to the previous package. She does vocal recording, does original music, she mixes and masters the track, and allows you to utilize it for commercial use. This is also up to 30 seconds. The premium package, on the other hand, is $220. She has a 7-day delivery and allows for 2 revisions. The client receives all of the bells and whistles listed here with the check marks. So given this information, in addition, this is for over 30 seconds for this premium package. So given this information, we're going to go look at the lists, the main listing of other people that provide this service to compare pricing. New sellers to receive more visibility from potential clients looking for the services that she provides. So Fiverr is bigging her up right now, and which is great. She's doing a good job. So we're gonna go to Akirika. I'm sorry if I'm butchering this. We're looking and we're seeing that their starting price is $175. Let's see what they actually offer. Zero to 10-second jingle for $175. They provide 10-second recording time, original music, lyrics, writing, and commercial use. So we're also seeing that it's also less time that they're providing for their client. So it's 10 seconds worth of material versus 30 seconds that She Swags does. And we're also seeing that with this particular package, this basic package that they have also includes original music, which She Swag doesn't have. And it also includes lyric writing, which also basic package that She Swag does not include. So that is 2 things that this particular seller does that she doesn't, but also she provides more recording time than this individual does at a reduced price. So I'm not going to go further and look at the standard, which is $250, and the premium, which is $475, because right there you're new. So we're not going to look at these prices right now. Instead, I'm going to go back. We're going to go to, let me move my face real quick. We're going to go to this $35 package, see what it's about. I will sing a doo-wop acapella radio jingle for your business. Okay, oops, I'm scrolling when I don't mean to, so excuse me, guys. So for this $35 package, which is the basic package, they have a 6-day delivery. There is no mention of revisions. They provide up to 15 seconds of running time, vocal recording, original music. She swags, and that previous one we just looked at just differ. They're different in this case. They do not do mixing and mastering, which is similar to the others, and the commercial use is different. 6-day delivery for 15 seconds of recording. That's $35. Standard package, $75. Still, they don't allow for commercial use, which means that this client, the music that they create for this client, or that whoever client that wants this gig, they don't have 100% rights to it. It could be utilized in other ways. The seller can utilize it and share it with other clients, and they can recycle that material if they so choose. Premium is $150, and the premium package is the only one that allows for the commercial use. Also, timing is 60 seconds. Still, as we've been looking, okay, with this particular package, there's 2 revisions, and with the standard package, there's 1 revision. So it looks like the basic package do not allow for any revisions. What you get is what you get. But we can see here that they have 406 reviews. So they've been doing all right for themselves. Let me quickly just press play on here.
Only on Fiverr you get to order this doo-wop jingle for you or for your business, commercial, or someone that's special. Just send me the words that you want. Only on Fiverr.
Only on Fiverr, guys. Only on Fiverr. That was kind of pleasant to listen to. So that's what you would get from this particular client. I'm gonna go back. We're gonna take a look at one that has a really low cost. And right off the bat, when I'm saying this, y'all see this $5 situation right here starting at $5. I will compose a jingle or musical advertisement for your product or company. So we're gonna take a quick look. Oh my gosh, I'm scroll crazy right now. We're gonna take a look at this and see what they create, what the $5 gives you. For the basic package, I will create a custom 15-second beat. Up to 15 seconds running time. There's no vocals associated. It's the original music you get, and it's for commercial use. So you can get 15 seconds of a beat, utilize it however you so choose, and you get a 2-day delivery, which is pretty great, and you get 1 revision. So that's the basic package. The standard package is $25. It's called radio ad, and here it says, I will create a custom 1-minute song. You must provide lyrics. So here you provide lyrics. They will create a custom song to match your lyrics. So they'll do the vocal recordings. They'll provide you with original music. You can utilize it for commercial use, and it's 60 minutes, which is not bad. $25. It's a lot of work for $25, but to each their own, if that's how the phrase goes. But $50, custom song. I will create a custom 2-minute song. I will write lyrics. Okay, 2 minutes of music they will create for $50. Up to 60 seconds running time, vocal recording, original music, lyric writing, commercial use. This is everything and everything. So it's 4 days delivery, 3 revisions. Personally, I would not suggest you price your items this low unless it was for something that you really wanted to just test out and see if you're going to get any bites.
All right,
So I'm going to break down the pricing, how you should be looking at it. We have looked at other examples of high end versus low end for selling that particular service of being a jingle creator on Fiverr. We saw that on the low end, we saw $5 for a basic package and $60 or $50. I'm not sure, 100% sure, I don't remember. $50 or $60 at the high end of that lower gig setup. And then we saw a basic package of a high end gig, and then on that same gig it was on the premium package that they provided, it was $475. So when we're looking at She Swag and we're looking at the other gigs that we compared to, we see that there are some big differences and we also see some similarities. The similarities that we saw were in the deliverables that the seller provided their client. Let's consider, when setting up our gig or your gig in this case, these following things. What pricing do I want to start with? I'm going to say do not go on the low end because you're not going to be taken seriously as you would like to. So stay in the $30-ish range and above for your basic package, and then bump everything beyond that point up. Consider your delivery time. Are you going to be a fast deliverer? I don't know if I'm saying this right, if it sounds awkward. To me, it sounds awkward, but are you going to provide your service in a shorter time frame, reducing the delivery time? In doing so, you can probably charge more for your service, because if you can create something in a quicker time frame, perhaps that client's also going to be like, wow, I need this in XYZ time, and according to all these other people that I'm seeing, I can't get it in that time. Maybe I'm going to go with this individual instead. So do you want to be this individual that they go to, or are you going to be more of, I need more time to for the creating process to provide the best for my client? Or can you already provide your best for your client with a reduced time frame? If that's you, consider charging a more premium price for your service. If you also consider, you will also need to consider, when looking at all the others that are selling on Fiverr, what your revision quantities should be. We saw that at most there were 3 revisions available for clients. So if you want to be competitive in a sense, perhaps consider adding increased revisions. Maybe you provide a 5 revision package or a 4 revision package, so that people feel a little bit more comforted that, okay, maybe I'll be able to kind of get things the closest possible to what I would like it to sound like. Um, or if you're like, I don't want a headache of the back and forths, I'm going to only allow for 2 revisions or 1 revision because I'm not into the, going back and forth for a lifetime type situation. Or if you have patience and the ability to extend your time frame with working with a client and you're okay with the back and forths, consider a 8 revision package, or unlimited, if you will. It's all on you, whatever you're most comfortable with. So the other thing is, what are you going to provide for that client? Consider that. Are you going to do no more than 30 seconds of a recording time or less for your packages, and maintain it at 30 seconds or less so that you can have control over the amount of time you spend on a project? Are you going to make it so that the client's the one providing you the written lyrics versus you creating those lyrics? Which would reduce the amount of work that you have to do on your end, and utilize the lyric writing as a premium price, as like She Swags does. All of those things are things you should be considering depending on your level, your skills. If you're a great beat maker but not so great at the lyric side of things, perhaps creating a gig where the client provides you the lyrics to their jingle would be the best model for you. If you are a lyricist and you're great at making beats, you can create both and charge more for
the services that you provide that client, because you're relieving them of that added effort of having to go through the process of that creation. Whatever choice you make, these three things remain. How long do you want to take to deliver your items to your client? How many revisions you're willing to have available to make available to your client, and what the price point is going to be based off those factors. Those are the factors that are going to impact your pricing. Now we're going to go and talk about reviews. All right. Reviews are a great way to get a sneak peek behind the scenes as far as what others are doing well and what others need improvement on. By getting that information, you can utilize it to know what to steer clear of when it comes to setting up your gig, as well as to know what to provide and be the best at doing for your potential clients, because you would have had already that feedback that what people are looking for is XYZ, and therefore you're going to be that person to provide that XYZ need for your client. So, with that said, not only are reviews important for that aspect, for that background behind the scenes research stuff, but it's also important as far as your credibility when clients are looking for your services, when clients are looking for your services online. So, with a 0 review, we all know when you're looking at stuff and you're like, okay, how is this? How credible is this? Can I trust this? Etc., etc. And you see no review next to that name, or next to that product, or next to that service, you're like, there's not much going on here. And that's what we call social proof. When there's a review there, you're like, okay, someone's tried this out. Someone said this was good. Maybe I can give this thing a chance. So we want you to be that person to get that chance. So, in getting that chance, you have to secure a review. How do we get that review? There are a couple options that you can consider. One of the most obvious options would be to go to those who are already close to you. Someone who's already looking for the service that you provide, that knows you do this kind of work and is willing to work with you. So that could be a family member, it could be a friend, it could be a coworker. All of those are great ways to start off, and probably the most immediate and quickest way you can get that review. Other options could include posting your services on a Craigslist, for example, putting it up on your Facebook, and also finding other means for advertising that gig, which may cost you a little something something, but it's up to you on how you want to get started. Me personally, I started with having family members be my first client. So it's up to you guys on how you want to proceed with that. With that said, I hope this was helpful. It's Omara signing off. See y'all.